So with that being the case, is is the DOJ genuine about what they're talking about, and what's the thing with this whole racial element? I don't listen. While that's a part of it, I think we're now beyond the point of just white officers oppress black people. That does happen. I think in some cases it's a point of focus, depending on where you are and what's going on with you, where you're at locally. Right now, here where I'm at, for the most part, that element is under control. I'm sure it still happens, but we're actually dealing more with a more far left approach to policing. It went from being far right, which is we'll bump you for anything, even if you got a plate light out, to far left, which is we don't arrest kids anymore. We let them out. The Kia boys are stealing cars, and where they're taking videos on their phone, they're posting it, they're riding around shooting out the car, and sheriffs and police are just like, well, there's nothing we can do. Okay. Obviously, that's not the solution to the problem. So we're dealing with a little bit of that. So I would say that given the nature of the whole police system and how it's set up, it's really more localized than we would like to believe. However, if DOJ is the federal wing of how to manage all this, then we're definitely in trouble. And I think it's fair to say we need more conversation around what solutions can be brought to the table with this whole thing. And I don't think the DOJ is the appropriate body to be doing that, right? I mean, there is no one anywhere, anyhow, that can do anything to help further advance your situation other than you. I mean, that's just the reality. And you can, right? This is not knowing about what these people are, what this agenda is, what we're up against, what we're dealing with. The purpose of that is not to feel overwhelmed, not to feel depressed, not to feel like there's nothing we can do, let's just give up. The purpose of this is to be aware so we can think correctly. And when you think correctly, you act correctly. And when you act correctly, you think correctly, you feel correctly, correct things come your way. All right? So that's the idea here on that. Anything that's coming out of the DOJ, whether it's pro-black, anti-black versus pro-white, anti-white, the whole racial dynamic, ethnic dynamic of all of this has long since been over. It's beyond that. It really is.